Hello and welcome to my channel Wheel of Fortune Tarot. My name is Nia and I'm really glad you found my video today. In today's reading we'll be looking at the question yes or no. I'm sure you all have a specific topic in mind, and what I'll be doing today is I'll be asking the cards the possible outcomes of option A, so if you do go for it, and of option B if you don't go for it. And depending on that, you'll be able to make your decision, hopefully, or have some clarity at least. Do keep in mind that this reading is a timeless one. And that means whenever you find this video, be sure that the message today is meant for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's have a look at the three different stacks I have for you. So for group number one, I have this beautiful limestone with bits of seashells in it. Group number two is represented by this beautiful glossy greyish marble stone. And for group number three, I have this greyish greenish limestone. Okay, so all I need you to do now is to focus on your question, close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause this video if you need to, and when you're ready, just see which of those three different groups you feel drawn to the most. Don't think about it too much, just let your intuition decide. And then have a look at the timestamps down below in the description box and click on your group. And that's all. So see you in a second. Alright, so this reading is for you who chose the limestone with the seashells in it. Let's have a look at your cards. So you have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the World in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I can see that at the base of your question with the Ten of Swords, you have just experienced a very painful but inevitable ending of some sort. And you are asking your question based on that experience. So keep in mind that endings are necessary because it means that there is something new on the horizon. And you probably want to move on from a disappointment in the past and want to discover new things, like go on a new path. So yeah, just keep in mind that don't let these negative experiences in the past or the thing that came to an end, don't let that discourage you. All right? Don't be negative just because you just experienced something painful, is the message here. So this represents the outcome of the answer yes, depending on your question. So this is yes, this is what happens if you go for no. So in the beginning stages of when you decide to go for it, you have the Knight of Swords. That means you're somebody who uses their intellect to reach their goals. You're very intelligent. You are very, you have lots of clarity when it comes to making decisions. You're also very fast thinking and fast acting, but that comes at the price that you are maybe a little bit prone to making rushed decisions. So this hints at the fact that if you do decide for it, it might be a bit of a rushed decision because you're very impatient. But you're also very, very motivated. Once you decide to do something, you go for it 100%. You're so motivated, but you're also a little bit impatient, which means that you might be somebody who tries to reach their goal no matter the cost. So this is a little bit of a warning that if you do decide to go for it, take it slowly, don't rush it, take the time to really think about all the possible struggles on the way, you know? Don't just rush it because you're so impatient or because you really want to get somewhere. Take your time. And here, with the world in reverse for the next stage of this option, I can see that you will have regrets. You will regret rushing this decision. You will regret it because you didn't really think it through. So you'll be facing a lot of unexpected obstacles. This means that it would be definitely a lot harder than what you thought initially. You might be facing a lot of obstacles, as I already said. You'll be struggling. And for some of you, this might also mean that when you're almost there, you will have no more motivation and no more energy left because things just got too hard, a lot harder than you expected. Yeah, and this will be very frustrating for you, obviously. There might also be some very frustrating delays on your journey here. And with the final outcome here, with the Nine of Swords, it really doesn't look too good. Again, this means that you'll be experiencing a lot of worries. You'll be worrying. For some of you, literally at night, you might be up, not being able to sleep or having nightmares, regretting your decision and being so worried about the struggles you did not foresee. You'll be also in a very negative mindset here. So it doesn't look good for you, unfortunately. The message here is quite clear that if you go for it, it will be a rushed decision. You'll be facing problems that you weren't thinking that would come up, and you'll be regretting it, and you'll be having a lot of sorrow and worry, unfortunately. But this is at least a very clear message. Whereas if you don't go for it, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. I think what this means is that you'll still be daydreaming about what would be if you had gone for it. And some of you might also feel very jealous or sad or envious because maybe other people did what you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it, or you kind of dream about it. So in the early stages of you deciding not to do it, you won't be feeling so great about it, or you'll be feeling like you should have taken action instead of just daydreaming about it. But that's just a phase, because I can see here with the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very beautiful card, that you will come to realize that you already have everything you need. Or maybe you will have worked on it, I don't know, but this means that you'll be feeling very, very happy, because all the material, physical things are going really well for you. This can mean a lot of things. This can mean, it mainly means that your family life or your inner circle of friends, of close friends, that gives you lots of stability, and that you really have a really solid foundation when it comes to the people who are closest to you, that you're all thriving, that you're all doing really well, that there is nothing that really worries you. This also means that you have found the perfect balance between your private life and your work life. Maybe some of you are struggling in that sense, or trying to ask a decision that's work related. This means that it will all come into balance. You'll be successful. You'll be giving and experiencing a lot of love and care in the physical, is what it means. And in the last stage of option no, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you are probably still thinking about this idea you had, you know, what you wanted to go for. But this means that you will be able to learn from past mistakes and still make it happen, but in a really different way. And it will take a lot of time. This is something that cannot be rushed. You will be thinking about that whatever you wanted to do, it cannot be rushed. It takes a lot of time, but when you put in the work and when you have the patience, it will pay off and you'll be very successful. It's just a reminder that things take time, good things take time, so that you don't end up worrying and regretting that you were impatient and wanted to go for something without really thinking it through. So yeah, the message is quite clear here, I think. You would regret it, and you would be struggling a lot if you did decide to go for it. If you don't go for it, you might be feeling a little bit jealous or frustrated, but don't worry, because you'll still be doing great. You'll be having a lot of luck with material things and with friends and family life. So yeah, that was a very interesting reading. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. If that's the case, then please do give me a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like to say, or if you have any suggestions for future readings. And that's all for today. Take care, and I hope I'll see you really soon. Bye. Alright, this is the reading for everybody who chose the marble stone. Let's see what card you have. You have the King of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, the Magician in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so at the base of your question with the King of Wands in reverse, I can see that you are somebody who is so ambitious and determined when it comes to reaching their goals that you might come across as quite reckless or arrogant even. For some of you, this could also mean that the expectations you have when it comes to yourself as well as others, or the topic of your question maybe, tend to be too high and a bit unrealistic maybe, in the sense that they are maybe your goals are maybe a bit too ambitious. But not for all of you. For some of you as well, with the King of Wands in reverse, I get the feeling that you are trying to satisfy other people's expectations. So keep that in mind when you want to decide whether you want to go for it or don't want to go for it. Is this something that you want to do for yourself, or is it because of other people's expectations and opinions? Yeah, keep that in mind. This is at the base of your question. So the outcome, if you do decide to go for it, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card because it means that in the initial stages you'll be experiencing a lot of stability, financial stability, for yourself as well as for the people you really care about. This could be your partner, your family, your pets even, like your inner circle. There'll be a lot of prosperity and wealth, a lot of potential for long-term success, for long-term stability. This is a great base in the physical for whatever plans you have. So start off really well, you'll be really successful. And then in the next stage with the Fool, I think you'll be exploring whatever it is that you chose. You'll be exploring it further. You'll be really enjoying it. You'll be having a lot of fun, like childlike fun. There is a bit of a warning here as well, like don't be too naive, don't be too foolish, so to say. Don't take too many risks, but I don't think that this is valid for you here because you have all the stability you need. So this means you just be having fun and exploring things further. You be very spontaneous maybe, and maybe starting some other new projects as well, because you'll be feeling very confident because of the success that you had initially. So you'll be really enjoying this. This looks very joyful and rewarding and adventurous as well, like you go on adventures. And then with the final outcome, you have the Magician in reverse. I get the feeling that for some of you, this might mean that because you had so much success, now you are left wanting more. You might be feeling a little bit greedy now, like you want even more than what you already have. So this really calls your attention to like appreciate what you have. don't want more, because that means bad luck when you want more and more and more and are never satisfied. For some of you, this could also mean that you should still go out and explore, because most of your talents are still untapped. There is so much more to you and the potential that you have. Just with this Magician card, you are someone who has everything they need to create a world that gives a lot of success and prosperity in everything. So just really make sure that you bring your talents to their full potential, because you are very successful. But don't be greedy with it. Don't go overboard with it, is what I'm saying. But this looks very promising if you do decide to go for it. Just stay humble, because you'll be very successful, but stay humble. Okay, if you don't go for it, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, what this usually means is that you are a bit inept when it comes to your finances. It means that you could be struggling with money, with your job, with your living situation, with the material things in your life. You'll be struggling. If you don't go for it in the first stages, you'll be struggling, mostly financially. Some of you are maybe also a bit too focused on success and money and status. Some of you with this King of Pentacles in reverse are maybe a bit too stubborn. And when you're too stubborn, you're not really open for other things to open up to you. So, yeah, in the initial stages, you'll be struggling a bit with the material. But it looks like here with the Three of Cups, in the next stage, you will move on from that initial phase and you'll be enjoying life or the situation a lot more. And this is because you are now not so stubborn anymore, maybe. You are collaborating with other people. You're also exploring and living your own creativity, which means that you will be able to grow what you were not able to grow in the earlier stages. And you'll be feeling very positive. You'll be in a really good mood after this. You also might maybe meet a lot of new people in this stage. But yeah, it looks better here. And then in the last stage with the Ten of Wands, it looks like you have another reality check again. So you recover from this phase, and then you kind of have another reality check again. This means that you will be struggling. You'll be feeling very burnt out or unable to cope because you feel like you're carrying a massive burden on your shoulders. Or you feel like the people you might have met here, some of you, are now not helping you anymore, like you are left alone with this. You're the one carrying all the responsibility and all the workload. So this doesn't look so good. It also could mean that if you decide to stick around with this situation, that you will have to be working really, really, really hard to get to where you want to go. but it will be hard. So this is quite a clear message, actually. So if you do go for it, you'll be very successful, very, very successful. But if you don't go for it, you'll be struggling. I see a lot of struggle here. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope it makes sense to you. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this, or if you have any other suggestions for future videos. And yeah, take care, and I hope I'll see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, this is a reading for you who chose the greyish green limestone. Let's see what cards you have. The Knight of Wands. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Five of Wands in reverse. The Four of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups. Temperance. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Knight of Wands at the base of the question, I can tell that you guys are very, very inspired. You have a lot of passion. You have a lot of energy. You're very adventurous and impulsive. So you are quite literally burning to have this question answered, yes or no. This is really good. There's a lot of positive energy in this already. So this is option A if you decide to go for it, basically. With the Eight of Swords in reverse at the initial stages, I can see that you'll be feeling a bit negative, quite negative. You'll be feeling very limited, quite literally with a blindfold around your eyes and, you know, unable to see where things go, unable to take action. But this is all self-imposed is the answer to this. So this is not the outside world doing it. It's you and your negative thinking doing that to yourself. So really what it means that you would have to open up to new perspectives, to new ways of thinking, and that you should really hush the negative voices in your head that you'll be hearing at the initial stages of this path here, if you do go for it. Here with the Five of Wands in the next stages, I can see that there'll be a lot of conflict. This could be conflict within yourself, and I think it is within yourself because this card is like self-imposed negativity, so this might be inner conflict, but it could also be conflict with other people in your surroundings. So you really will have to make sure that you release all the tension you feel because there's so much conflict going on. Or that you should really try to avoid all the conflict that will be waiting for you if you choose to go this way. So it will certainly not be easy. This could also mean for some of you that you will really have to prove yourself, that there'll be a lot of struggle. Yeah. And it won't get easy, unfortunately, here with the Four of Cups in reverse. So what this will lead to ultimately is that you will withdraw because it all got too much. So all this negativity and conflict will lead to you kind of like withdrawing and not accepting anything that is offered from the outside world. You're like done with it. You don't want to go this way anymore, but you will take this opportunity to really contemplate and think about what it is you really want, or about the situation, like why you had all this conflict going on, why you were so negative, and what got you there to begin with. Some of you might also be feeling very bored, very unhappy, and very unmotivated. So all of this motivation and energy that you're feeling now will eventually be gone completely if you decide to go for it. This unfortunately doesn't look too good, but it's a very clear message at least. If you don't go for it, this looks a lot better already. You have in the early stages the Two of Cups. So this can mean a lot of things, but what it always means is that you'll be in a very loving, respectful, and even partnership, either with yourself, because here if you do go for it, you're so negative and you'll be having so much inner conflict. Whereas here, if you don't go for it, you'll be at ease with yourself as well. Like you'll be so balanced. Twos are about balance as well. And if it's not within you, it can also be with other people. This could literally be the beginning of a new relationship, a romantic relationship, or also a partnership, like a business partnership, or a friendship. That's very promising. It will be very harmonious. Very, very loving, very caring, very promising. So this looks really good. And it looks even better here with Temperance in the next stages. It means that you'll be experiencing so much harmony, so much stability, so much balance. You'll be feeling so calm and so just relaxed, and like if now you're feeling very restless, because some of you might actually feel like they're about to burst. If you don't go for it, it will all calm down and you'll feel like so grounded again. But not just you, like everyone else around you as well. Like your world will it will all settle again. But this also quite literally means temperance, so that if things got out of hand a bit, which they might at the moment, it will all be very peaceful again here. It's a very slow process. Temperance represents that, but this, like a way of being like patient and grounded, will get you somewhere slowly, but very surely. So if you have goals, you will get there, but it will just take a bit of time. But yeah, this is a very good card. A lot of balance, a lot of peace. And here, the final outcome with the Two of Wands. This, again, is about balance. So I see lots of balance here if you don't go for it. It means that you'll be able to find balance again. A lot of you guys will probably be struggling, maybe even when it comes to your job and all the other things that are going on in your life. This means that you'll be able to prioritize things the right way. You'll be able to realign everything that's going on in your life, and you'll be able to handle the ups and downs a lot better. You'll also be able to manage your time, your energy, your resources in a much better way. So this looks really good. Like if things are very stressful now, if you don't do whatever it is that you're considering, things will settle, things will calm down, and you'll be feeling very relaxed, very balanced, very at ease. But it will take time. So yeah, again, this is a very clear message, a very good message. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, please let me know. And if you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards today. I hope I'll see you again real soon. Until then, take care. Bye.